Pro Wrestling Weekly. For over 20 years, the revolutionary force in sports entertainment radio talk.
Is cooking.
WBCB presents Pro Wrestling Weekly,
the longest-running pro wrestling radio talk show in the history of terrestrial radio.
And he's obviously Michael Cole.
Call in with a question or comment at 215-949-3232.
You really do sound like a
grizzled old vet. Is that where you were going with there?
Yes.
To not get you in trouble?
Oh, I'll get in trouble at some point, believe me. I'll do something.
Well, to keep you out of trouble in this case, at least.
And now, here are your hosts of Pro Wrestling Weekly, Fearon and Lucas DeSangro.
Ooh, I'm getting good at this radio thing.
Yeah! It only took you 5.5 years.
I'm not good at it yet. I'm starting to.
Yeah.
Only slightly.
Slowest escalator upward.
Shut up!
There's the sound of the bell, and we are set to go. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Fearon here with you, and back in tow is Twitch.
Very nice to be back. I had every intention of being in last week. I do want to clarify that, but I was contacted by someone over at a certain factory down in Northeast Philly. Because I'm sure I'm allowed to talk about it.
Yeah, you can mention Chikara. We talk about Chikara all the time here.
It was more. So I was contacted to do some extra read all about it work.
In fact, I talked about it last week that you were at the Wrestle Factory in Chikara. So
I didn't sign the NDA yet. How dare you? I'm joking. I didn't sign a non-disclosure. Although Quack probably could have convinced me. He's just that charismatic. To be fair.
Indeed, and given, you know what? No, that's going too far even for me. Signing something else.
Oh, a warrant.
I'll tell you during the break.
Is it? Was it would it be a warrant of some kind?
No.
Oh.
No, I wouldn't go that far. This time.
Yeah, I was gonna say. There have been moments, not on the air, but there have been moments.
I can neither confirm nor deny that statement.
Okay. I can, but I won't.
I plead the fifth.
1, 2, 3, 4, fifth.
Oh, Dave Chappelle. Well, at least you're amused.
I was gonna. Oh. Not even 5 minutes into the show.
You're aiming for records here.
Yes, I am.
Indeed, and I have no segue for that. I was trying to figure out, somebody else aiming for records.
Oh, right. Nothing. Oh, right, we have a wrestling show to talk about.
Actually, there probably is a record for youngest fan to receive an inappropriate gesture by a wrestler.
That is fair.
That might be a record that MJF might have set.
Yes, that despicable man. God, I love him. What?
Yeah.
Piece of garbage. I hope he succeeds. Sorry, it's the wrestling fan.
It's the smark in you, yes.
No, you have to understand, as a wrestler, or someone who is aspiring to be a wrestler, I am a wrestler, kind of.
Admission is the first step to recovery.
Yeah, right. Too bad I've been on that first step for 6.5 years.
You saying that because that's how long you've been with the show?
Yes. That is exactly why I said that.
That's right, because it would have been...
Because that was the first time I ever heard that was from you. Admission is the first step to recovery.
Oh, okay. I was thinking, wait, he hasn't been training that long. Hey, wait a minute.
So, as a wrestling fan, I hate him. As a wrestler, I love him so much because he is so good
at being bad.
Yes.
Yes, and this time it came on the weekend heading into Revolution last Friday and Saturday. The story coming out that he seemed to be a little too bad for his own good, some would argue, at the Chicago Comic and Entertainment Expo. He lived up to that heelish reputation during a meet and greet by flipping the bird to a 7-year-old fan.
Yes.
Yeah, the old single stone cold salute.
Yes.
Yeah, it notes here, Tom Gilmartin brought his son to the C2E2 event, and when the child stepped up to meet the notoriously unfriendly MJF, he received a middle finger in his face.
Well, let's clarify. Were the parents or the child upset, or were they...
You're about 3/4 of a step ahead of me.
My fault. I have big feet.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Fair enough.
I take long strides.
You do.
For my own good.
AEW Vice President Cody Rhodes invited the family to a future event, so good PR, like an executive vice president does.
Yes.
They have like 13 of them over there, don't they?
Well, how many cast members are on Being the Elite?
I
original
stopped
cast
counting.
members-
I was going to say I stopped counting.
Sorry, original founding cast members that haven't been killed off. Adam Cole.
Fair enough. But yes, he while he did invite them, he did offer a warning surrounding the rising 23-year-old star, tweeting, quote, "This was a paid meet and greet where you specifically chose the individual. We would never send MJF on a free publicity activation for this very reason. He's immature and doesn't represent the brand."
Well, to be fair, he was also wrestling him. Was it after the Revolution pay-per-view or before? Or was
I
it
believe
the
this
day
was
of?
before.
So, yeah. It's also got to keep a little bit of kayfabe.
Of course. MJF, to the surprise of nobody, has not apologized.
Good. He shouldn't. It's a gimmick.
In fact, he doubled down on it when he was approached by TMZ about the incident. His reply was simply, "F them kids."
Okay, I didn't realize that. But that's
Yeah.
great.
Obvious censorship there, as I can't say the full
Free
thing
them
there.
kids?
No,
Free them?
no, that's... No, we're not going to play Wheel of Fortune on this one. No, we're not going to...
Randy Marsh. Oh. You meant that one. Oh, that F word.
Yeah, people who annoy you.
Lucas.
Twitch? Yeah, there you go. At least we're in agreement on that.
I know. I'm self-aware. I get it.
And then in seeing the story pop up on Twitter, he added the response of, "Cry about it."
He's so good at being a jerk. I appreciate the heck out of him. I really do.
Is that your aspiration?
No, my aspiration would be to feud with someone like that, because that means they have no choice but to cheer me. That's why I liked working with Max Sterling so much. At the time, when his music would play, he was the only person at the Monster Factory whose music would play and they would immediately know who it was, and they would boo the crap out of him.
They would boo him vociferously.
Yeah, and as someone, you can attest to this, as someone who has now accepted the fact that he was the Janetti of the TNT Express. The fact that when Travis Jacobs turned on me, they cheered. That was really a blow to my self-esteem a little bit, but
Well,
I needed that, okay?
I was going to say,
wrestle someone
Stevie
like that.
Wonder could have seen that coming.
What, them cheering when I got...
Yes.
It's unfortunate. I'm not saying that...
I call it like I see
I'm
it.
not
That's
saying
what I
I'm
do as a
upset.
broadcast journalist.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Not at you. At myself. And Travis. But, he's won the heavyweight title. Good for him. Seriously, though, he did deserve it. But that's besides the point. MJF!
Yes. Well, that's pretty much all I've got on him, unless... No, that's... Well, we can get into the Revolution results.
Yes, we can.
Yes, that was entertaining mostly all around.
Yeah. You watched it?
I did get the chance to see it after the fact.
I was not able
Because
to.
I was... Yeah.
I mean, I caught the end of the Pac. I caught snippets of the Pac Orange Cassidy match, which I loved. I loved that entire thing.
For those who missed it, in the buy-in, you had the Dark Order beating SoCal Uncensored in a little under 10 minutes.
I see you.
With a bunch of stuff that happened afterward.
I do love that Christopher Daniels showed up acting like he was going to be the Exalted One, because that's a callback to the higher power.
Oh, of course it was.
Did you know that Christopher Daniels was supposed to be the higher power? Quoting a famous person from the Monster Factory, or former Monster Factory Tag Team Champion Gabe of Primal Fear. Painting.
You're having a day here.
Yeah. Aren't I always, though?
Yeah, no, I believe, I'm pretty sure most of us remember that, where the person in charge of the Undertaker's Ministry of Darkness, it turned out the surprise was a little underwhelming.
It's me, Austin! Oh, son of a bitch! It's me, Austin! It was me all along, Austin! Damn, I cannot believe it!
I'm so happy whenever I hear something where Jim Ross is just like, oh, for God's sake.
Yeah,
Like,
where he just
gives out. It was, oh, son of a.
Yeah, I know.
Son of a twitch. It's like the same thing of like when I think it was when Ricky Morton did a Canadian Destroyer, or no, Goldust did Dustin Rhodes. Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
Dustin Rhodes did one on AEW, and
he lost his mind.
You hear Jim Ross just go, "Oh, for God's sake!"
Hey, the fact that he's 50 and can do that—that's.
I still love Jim Ross, but it is funny just seeing him. Like, if he doesn't like something, he's gonna say it.
He does not
doesn't
hold
care.
back. He does not hold back. You are right about that. He is great on that. But yeah, getting to the main card. Speak of Dustin Rhodes, he fell to Jake Hager by submission.
Yeah, they're really trying to. I like what they're doing because it also helps. They're trying to, because he is undefeated in Bellator. Mm-hmm. So they're definitely trying to also protect that as well, in a sense. They're trying to protect his credibility because he is a credible fighter, But he just starts losing willy nilly.
Then it just puts some of that "we the people" stank back on him.
Yeah, they're trying to build him as what he is, a bad son of a gun.
Yeah, he's a tough fighter.
Yeah, tough guy.
Takes no nonsense. Tough guy.
Tough guy. I'm not your guy, friend.
Yeah, we're not.
Okay.
We're not going on that.
All right. No sold.
Well,
No. Sorry, that's something that Australian Suicide WrestleMania weekend. Whenever a joke wouldn't land, he'd just go, "No sold." He just. It was very funny.
Okay. You just gave me an idea.
Yep. We can start doing that. That's fair.
I'll throw my own twist on it because I know how to do those things.
Sandbag.
No, I'm going. You'll know when you hear it.
Wonderful. Delightful.
We'll get into him in a little bit as well. Darby Allin beating Sammy Guevara in a pretty quick match, probably because they don't want to give too much away because these are two future stars.
Yes.
Without question.
Yes.
Big on both of them.
Yeah, they're very talented. Very, very talented.
Most certainly. Richard. I see you giggling and grinning over there. The audience can't, but I'll pick it out.
I was protecting you on that one. Chew your gum.
It's like Legend of Zelda. It's a secret to everybody.
What's it? Drawn together. What's his name?
Strong Xander. All right,
Careful,
Kenny.
Tickerus.
Yeah.
Careful, Tickerus.
Yes, careful indeed. Then what most people are calling the match of the night: Kenny Omega and Adam Page.
Yeah.
And the Young Bucks. They went a half hour.
I'm not surprised.
And it was glorious.
Also not surprised. Cowboy stuff. Cowboy stuff.
Indeed.
I always liked Hangman Page, but now they really found something for him to be. Did you see him on Dynamite this past week?
I did not get the chance to see him on Dynamite this past week. That I did miss out on.
So, because QT was wrestling Jake Hager, and then
QT Marshall.
Yes, our coach, former coach at the Monster Factory.
It was good to see him not too long ago for the MF Cup.
Yeah, I'm disappointed I didn't get to see him, but it was very Yes. I showed my dad the match because we'll always, like, my parents will sit down and watch, like, Luis or Damian Priest's match on NXT, or when Riddle's wrestling, or
When somebody who had a direct association with you.
Yeah. Who I kind of forced my parents to come to a factory show whenever, even if I wasn't wrestling. Watch these guys wrestle, you know.
You'll see them on TV down the road.
And they have.
Yes.
And, you know, I showed him that, and then I'm like, oh, wait, no, you need to see what happens after that, because then Hangman Page comes out, essentially doing the hold my beer. Buckshot lariat. Buckshot.
Indeed. Then, to kind of bring things back a bit, and did so a little bit more than that, the Women's World Championship, Nyla Rose and Chris Statlander. That was, I think, if you look at all the matches on there, Ann Robinson would look at this one and say, you are the weakest link, goodbye. There's a dated reference.
No, I knew exactly. I watch a lot of British comedy shows. They like to slag on her.
But Nyla Rose retained.
Yes.
And moving on. The aforementioned MJF, well, he did get the upper hand on Cody. And, that was a almost 25-minute bloodbath. But
it was.
You would think that, Cody's going to get his comeuppance. No, not yet.
If you
Or he's
guys
gonna
need to understand, Cody is,
give comeuppance, I should say.
Cody, what I like the most about Cody is he loves to put people over. He has, like, the two matches he had, or even if he wins, he still puts the guy over. Like, he and Dustin, for a perfect example, had what was it, Double or Nothing?
Mm-hmm.
And then he and Shawn Spears. He and Jericho. He and MJF. He's so good at storytelling. And especially with MJF, I could have saw that coming. I liked it. They're trying to push him as...
We'll get into in a little bit, I guess, what turned out to be a bit of an additional surprise and kind of the next twist in the path of Cody.
Yeah. Certain,
We'll see how that story slithers along coming up here.
Do you like black? Do you like to play 21? I got 22.
You got to go to that low point? Some hero you are.
Anti-hero, more like.
Yeah, the anti-hero of wrestling.
I'm not of wrestling.
Well,
of my general vicinity, yes. Not of wrestling just yet. Something. Look, I love Deadpool. I love the Punisher.
Let me backtrack because the pun was missed. The Heroes of Wrestling pay-per-view was where Jake cut that infamous promo.
I know. It was just...
All right, well, that's also for those who didn't see quite where I was going with that, which I thought included you.
Yeah.
And it probably did.
No, I know exactly what...
Okay.
Anyway.
The last two matches here before we take care of some our first time out here. Pac defeating Orange Cassidy.
That was a fun match.
It was a good way to kind of build a little bit of a gap between the two high intensity matches, bring a little bit of comedic relief with Orange Cassidy, but also get a chance to showcase him.
Yeah, it was great because the promo before the pay-per-view, when Chuck Taylor was like, "My boy Orange Cassidy's gonna actually try," and they went, "Ah!" And what else is beautiful about that gimmick is anything that he does now, extra from what he's done on Dynamite, because he does the same stuff, but it's still entertaining. Now anything else he does is gonna be mind-blowing to everyone, and there's a lot of stuff that he can do, and it's so smart. You are literally making a drop kick a high spot now. Vets like to
welcome back to 1975.
Vets like to complain about Orange Cassidy. But you guys all talked about. Remember when the high spot was a drop kick or the high
or a
spot,
headlock takeover?
Yeah, that was a high spot or a tackle when you did the leapfrog and the flying V. That was a high spot. He's taking. He's
taking it back.
feel like a Charlie Day from It's Always Sunny with a conspiracy theory board meme, like me explaining why Orange Cassidy is so great. If someone could mock that up and put that on the Facebook fan page. John
I'm sure somebody already has.
John from Northeast Philly. I know you. This is probably
This
in
is
your
right in
wheelhouse,
his,
please.
right at his bread and butter there. And then, of course, we had, the main event. And that would be Chris Jericho, Le Champion, defending the AEW World Championship against opponent.
John Moxley, 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 dinosaurs and little children.
The last two didn't appear, though. But yes, John Moxley, who beat Jericho to win the AEW World Championship.
Yeah, way to go, Dad.
No, Dean Ambrose wasn't on the pay-per-view.
He didn't want to send me checks, okay? He changed his name.
Wow. Great witness protection program.
No one said he was ever good at hiding. Look, are we continuing this bit or are we not continuing this bit? I just need to know now. Because I'm not the one who started this.
I have no idea. I mean, we can... I think Ambrose is gone. We can drop it. There was a look of disappointment at this one.
I could have just been Mini-Mox instead of via Ambrose. You know. Fair enough.
Well, I mean...
Part of me is just shattered.
Yes, you're so broken up about it.
Yeah.
As you... I'll give out to you during the break about that, which we're going to take because we are way late for it. So we're going to do that. We're going to get to a look at the local scene from Ed from Northeast Philly. We'll also... Oh, yeah, there's an Elimination Chamber pay-per-view tomorrow. I guess we should probably talk about that.
Yeah.
I think we've cared as much about it right now as WWE has since 9 days ago. But more on that on the other side. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
Hi, this is Dr. Lee Piccarello inviting you to tune in every Friday morning at 8 a.m. to The Head Game, a must-listen show for athletes and coaches of all levels and ages. Mindful Athlete Training in Newtown, Pennsylvania is a mental circuit training program that prepares the athletes to perform at the highest level of today's game. Athletes get into the zone faster and stay there longer. Tune in every Friday morning at 8 a.m. right here on WBCB 1490 AM and throughout the world at WBCB1490.com.
Would you risk crossing a street busy with traffic, against the light?
Watch where you're going.
Wearing a blindfold? Probably not. Other risks aren't as obvious, but could be just as deadly, like the risk for type 2 diabetes. Take the free diabetes risk test to learn if you're at risk. Go to diabetes.org/take-the-test or call 1-800-DIABETES and stop diabetes before it stops you. A message from the American Diabetes Association.
All commentators heard on WBCB express their own views. Their opinions are not necessarily those of others on WBCB, including the staff and management. Here's another What's It Worth Antique Minute. Limoges has been a very popular hard-paced porcelain for centuries and is still found in many homes today. But is Limoges a city in France or the name of a specific porcelain manufacturer? Surprising as it is to many, Limoges refers to the city of Limoges, France, where porcelain and china have been produced by literally hundreds of factories in and around Limoges since the 1700s. It does not refer to any individual manufacturer. The most recognizable Limoges name is Haviland, but there are many others you will probably recognize as well. The marking on the underside will usually tell you who the specific manufacturer was. What's it worth? Value will be determined by such factors as the manufacturer, age, shape, or form, whether it's hand-painted or transferware, color, design, and rarity. And condition is extremely important. A small chip or crack will usually render a piece of Limoges nearly valueless. Recently, there were more than 40,000 pieces of Limoges listed for sale on eBay on a single day, but most did not sell. Although some were selling in the hundreds of dollars and up, Selling prices on more common pieces was often in the $10 to $75 range. Auctioneer, appraiser, and home downsizing expert Mike Ivankovich hosts What's It Worth? Ask Mike the Appraiser radio show. And you can tune in on Friday mornings from 9 to 10 on WBCB 1490 or on the internet at WBCB1490.com.
See, he's got the Luigi death stare from Fearon, so he might have
I didn't give you the Luigi death stare. That's not true.
You're breaking kayfabe.
Breaking cape. I'm going to break something else during this commercial.
There we go. That's what I like to see.
And now, more Pro Wrestling Weekly with your hosts, Fearon Derry and Lucas DeSangro.
Are we getting into that controversy again?
I know how it feels, and it's not fun.
Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Fearon Derry here with you alongside Twitch.
Hello.
And his many, many stencils.
Yes. I've calmed down.
They're off the air though.
Yes.
They're providing moral and emotional support.
Yes. So apparently I'm not allowed to talk about that anymore.
Let's go to Ed from Northeast Philly.
Ooh.
I just
Great.
gave that the appropriate.
Wow, and here I thought someone was going to come to my defense. Great.
Who, me?
No.
I would highly doubt that.
We just made the list, Lucas.
Love that.
Laugh. I forgot about that. I really did.
You did?
Yeah. Just laugh.
Where to go from here?
Well, what's going on in the local scene here? I know we talked a little bit about the big event, or did we? Was that off the air?
Yes, it was off.
It was off the air. My brain is scrambled right now.
Anyway, the tickets for that are going fast. As of Friday, they had only 140 seats left.
For
the Elimination Chamber.
Oh, for Elimination Chamber. Oh. Well, I mean, now they're actually putting some hype behind it.
Yes.
They probably figured, all right, what can we do to make sales better? Let's give Philadelphia a match that they would enjoy, like Daniel Bryan and Drew Gulak. Do you need to step out of the studio for a minute? You okay there?
I will be.
Okay.
Pure wrestling. I'm hyped. I'm here for it.
Sasha Banks is in Cherry Hill at 2 o'clock at Foot Action and in the Cherry Hill Mall for autographs.
Yeah, there's a lot of autography things going on here.
McIntyre's in the Chamonix right now until 2 p.m. in the Oxford Valley Mall.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I thought it was Oxford Drew McIntyre, I believe, is
yes,
Oxford Valley Mall.
At Dynasty Sports and Framing.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on.
Speaking of ricochets in Audubon at 1 o'clock today at Walmart.
Where?
Audubon, New Jersey, at the Walmart.
Ah. Well, I know Walmart. I just didn't know which Walmart. Okay. Interesting.
WWE Super Show in Allentown tonight at the PPL Center.
Yep, gearing up for the pay-per-view tomorrow. A little warm up, as it were.
MSG is having WWE. I think that might be a Super Show too, on March 22nd.
Probably. I mean, whenever they do anything in MSG, that's usually a bigger. They find a way to make it a bigger deal.
Money in Bank is coming to Baltimore May 10th for WWE.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was going to say, I will admit that's at least the first that I recall hearing of it, but there's been so many changes as of late, it's been a bit of a challenge for me to keep up, especially with recent off-air life changes.
Chikara, there's a lot of Chikara or a lot of wrestling coming to on March 28th. Wrestle Factory Chikara Pro in Northeast Philly.
Cybernetico.
They have 8 p.m. MVW at Tolman Joe's. A Modern Vintage Wrestling at Tolman Joe's.
It's the Bruiser Brody Cup.
Yeah. Are you sure that is? I didn't see that.
Well, I mean, to be fair, then maybe it's not. I know that's the only thing I've seen Modern Vintage Wrestling post about is the Bruiser Brody Cup.
Triple WA in Pottstown on the 14th and Quakertown at the Q-Mart Arena on the 28th. That's Dino's promotion, Dino Santo.
Yep.
Triple WA.
ROH is coming back to Philly on April 24th at the arena at 7:30 p.m.
2300 Arena?
Yes.
Yeah. Might be worth putting a few shekels down if you didn't make the trip to Tampa, as it feels like a good 40% of the wrestling world feels like it's going to.
Yeah.
Wrestle Pro is on the 28th in Rahway. 6 p.m. or 6 p.m. autograph signing and 8 p.m. bell time. Orange Cassidy, I think I seen him on the poster.
Quickly looking at that myself here because I can't quite recall. Yes, Orange Cassidy. Looks like King Mo's advertised, as is Colt Cabana, Matt Stryker, Petey Williams, just to name a few.
That sounds like it might be like a half TNA card, too.
I mean, they do have multiple people that work with Impact. I wouldn't be surprised if you had an influx of Impact talent.
Oh, plus as I look on the poster, even though the name isn't advertised there, but I see QT's on there.
Really?
Really, really. As I turn the monitor over so Twitch can see.
Very nice.
Yeah, to point him out like a Where's Waldo, in a sense, because they have so much on there.
Yeah.
And this is not confirmed yet, but somebody was telling me ICW New York is coming to Philly on May 30th. Somewhere here in Philly.
I believe that is the case here. It looks like they're no holds barred event.
I have my feelers out for that one. I'm going to try to get some information on that, when they're going to have it, what arena or what place.
Yeah, they just said it'll be May 30th in Philadelphia, but, well, it said that ticket info and more would be announced this past Thursday, but I don't quite see anything as of yet. Unless they put it up on their Twitter or something.
That's going to be, that'll be probably sold out soon when they go pick the arena or any place here in Philly.
Let's see here. Just scrolling through, quickly trying to read things. I may have to research that during the next time out here.
And I mentioned last week about the big event that's going on right now in upstate New York.
Yeah, a little interesting tidbit about that. I was mentioning it off the air, but apparently WWE, they seem to have issued a rule that's blocked out AEW from events where mutual wrestlers could appear, such as the big event or the Collector Fest or any Wizard World Comic-Cons or anything of that nature. So any of those types of autograph sessions that have WWE superstars present, they don't allow whatever that entity is to also have a AEW talent. Petty, thy name is Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
And two more things. Nick's Roast Beef is having a pay-per-view party on Sunday on Cartman Avenue for
that pay-per-view that's tomorrow.
Yes. And Sting and DDP are at Monster Mania Con on March 13th in Cherry Hill.
Oh wow, that's just that's this coming Friday. Where does the time go? Oh, that's also going to be on Friday the 13th for the Triskaidekaphobes out there.
I hope it's on full moon.
I don't know. I'll get our meteorologists on it.
And that's about it.
Alrighty, Ed. Thank you so much for a look at the local scene. We'll catch up with you, if not next week, sometime soon.
All right.
All right. Thanks so much for chiming in here, and we'll wait till the other side to talk about the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, or No Escape, as it's also known. Did you know about that?
No, I did not.
I talked about it, I think, one of the weeks that you weren't here. In Germany, the pay-per-view is known as No Escape because in reference to the word chamber.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
Say
you can
no more.
you can put the rest of the pieces together with that.
And elimination. Ugh.
Yeah, they feel it's a smart idea to kind of rename it. So if you go to Germany, yes, in good old Deutschland, you'd be watching No Escape for WWE.
Yeah.
Little interesting tidbit there. I always found that kind of funny. So, yeah, we'll take care of our last bit of business, and then quite a bit still to do here, including the latest WWE Hall of Famer announced, and also some thoughts from the throne. It'll be wonderful on the other side. All that and more here on Pro Wrestling Weekly on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
At St. Mary Medical Center, they're on a mission to help you live your healthiest life. Learn more about their advanced technology and innovative procedures, as well as the small steps you can take to be your healthiest self. Meet their highly trained physicians and skilled professionals. Count on St. Mary for experience, brilliant technology, and the most powerful medicine of all, simple human kindness. St. Mary Healthline every Wednesday at 9 a.m. on 1490 WBCB.
The Bristol Borough Community Action Group Food Bank at 99 Wood Street in Bristol has been serving Lower Bucks County since 1971. It's your monthly tax-deductible donations that allow us to provide food for hundreds of households each month. Please consider a generous one-time or recurring monthly donation at www.givebucks.org. That's www.givebucks.org. Help us help those in need. Please donate today. The Bristol Borough Community Action Group, 99 Wood Street, Bristol, PA 19007.
In the Army National Guard, family means everything.
Our parents, they were really supportive that all 5 of us would join. I got my education because of the Guard. I got to travel a little bit and experience a whole different culture. It helped me get my job, it helped me pay for my house.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard instills pride that you and your family will share. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Pennsylvania Army National Guard. Aired by the Pennsylvania Association of Broadcasters and this station.
You won't see termites crawling across your floor, but thousands might be devouring the wood in your walls, weakening the structure of your home. For over 50 years, termite proofing and pest control of the Delaware Valley has been in the exterminating business. If you think you have a pest problem, they're the experts. Call them today at 215-639-5455. That's 215-639-5455 for TPPC. Termite proofing and pest control of the Delaware Valley gives your home or business peace of mind, knowing your pest problem is in their hands. Located at 1560 Bristol Pike in Bensalem, they use only EPA-approved material applied by licensed technicians. Call Termite Proofing and Pest Control of the Delaware Valley at 215-639-5455.
Pro Wrestling Weekly presents Today in Wrestling History, March 7. On On this date in 2002, WWF SmackDown aired live from San Antonio, Texas. In the main event, The Rock defeated Scott Hall. On this date in 2005, WWE Monday Night Raw aired live from Raleigh, North Carolina. In the main event, Batista pinned Ric Flair. On this date in 2011, WWE Monday Night Raw aired live from Dallas, Texas. In the main event, Dolph Ziggler pinned John Morrison. This has been Today in Wrestling History, March 7.
This is Ken the Anvil Neidhart of the Hart Foundation, and you're listening to Pro Wrestling Weekly with Fearon Derry on 1490 WBCB, baby. Yeah!
Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Fearon Derry here with you alongside Twitch.
Hello.
Who's living up to his namesake at the moment.
Yeah. Happens.
It happens. So other lots to get into. We got to take it home as a sense. At least do so as quickly as we can while still getting all of our stuff in.
The Twitch method.
You said it, not me.
I know. Well, someone was going to.
I might have let that go. Probably.
Might have.
Keyword. So, Matt Hardy. We'd mentioned him earlier, at least alluded to him. He released a Thoughts from the Throne video this past Monday, noting that what's going on with his WWE contract status.
As of this current time, I have decided to let my contract with WWE expire. I am going to become a free agent, and that's not saying I'm not going to return to WWE. I did not want to leave WWE. I love WWE. WWE is my home. WWE has treated me great as an employee for the last 3 years. They've been good to me. They've been good to my family. They've been great to my kids. I have nothing but great things to say about WWE and all of the people that work there. And going back 20 plus years ago, if it wasn't for Vince McMahon, I would not have been able to obtain the quality of life that I currently have. So I will always be grateful for that, and I will always be appreciative of that. I also have to say, like Triple H, Stephanie, they were always great to me. Michael Hayes, a good friend of mine. I'm going to miss him if I'm not there. Everybody at WWE has been really, really good, and it very much like a family. So many talents there that I'm close friends with. It's just time for me to take a break and become a free agent.
So there you have it. Becoming a free agent, although I think he left at least a little bit of, well, depending on how you look at it, either a huge hint or a smokescreen as to where his next landing point might be, as he had also released a new Free the Delete video.
Indeed.
And, he posted a video of him calling someone, speaking of everlasting life, and proceeded to film a video of getting his last affairs in order, seemingly planning for death in a way, and he was greeted at the Hardy complex by an Escalade containing, as he put it, the Bucks of Youth.
Wow, I wonder who they could be.
Of whom Hardy exclaimed, "I knew you'd come."
Yeah.
So, yes, let the speculation of AEW commence, continue, go forth, conquer, whatever the case may be.
Set out.
Yes. WWE, to their credit, ran a story about Hardy's contract with the company expiring, and the website feature labeled Hardy as a trailblazer and listed some of his title belt history while mentioning as well his uncanny connection with the fans. But at the end, they did as they most commonly do and wished him the best in his future endeavors. Stay classy. An interesting tidbit here, Booker T. Can you dig this, sucker? His lawsuit against video game company Activision is continuing. Did you know about this? Your perplexed look appears.
I did not know about this.
So the two-time Hall of Famer, he filed a lawsuit against the publisher back in February of 2018 for using what appears to be his likeness for a character in the company's infamous Call of Duty Black Ops series. Now, a motion to dismiss or transfer the case was filed by Activision in retaliation, but a judge in Texas denied their motion, making the ruling for the case to move forward, stating that, quote, because a side-by-side comparison of the works identified in plaintiff's complaint are sufficiently similar to plausibly allege striking similarity, plaintiff has adequately pleaded copying. In non-legal terms, that means...
It's spitting image. We're taking this to court.
Basically, yes. Yeah, a lot of it resembles his G.I. Bro character from early in his career, as well as WCW in '99 and early 2000.
Okay, I'm trying to see what this.
Are you you're trying to research it now here?
Oh, I'm looking at the. Oh, wow. Okay.
He's like, all right, case dismissed.
I'm not gonna lie though. This looks more.
All right. Well,
it kind of looks. I mean,
similar-ish.
By the face that he's making, I'm getting more of a Ron Killings vibe than I am a Booker T. Just like on the cheekbones.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe they were kind of going for, all right, sprinkle a little bit of Booker T, a little bit of R-Truth.
I can definitely. Oh wait, no. Here's a
little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Erica by my side. No, wait, that's Lou Vega. Mambo number 5.
And Booker T's going, a little bit of green is all I need.
Yes.
Oh wait, no. Okay, I saw. Wow. Oh wow. No, this is definitely.
Put that up to the fan page or something. There we go.
Wow.
We'll let the public see for themselves. Also, Season 2 of Viceland's Dark Side of the Ring.
Yes.
That'll be returning on Tuesday, March 24th, and Variety.com reporting that the series premiere will be a 2-hour special on the Benoit family tragedy. Tug at the collar on that. The other stories will focus on the murder of Dino Bravo.
Yes, I'm very
intrigued.
It's hard to say. I don't want to say excited because obviously it's a terrible thing that happened. It's
intrigued is probably a good word.
I'm anticipating watching this.
WWE's Brawl for All. See, you were born when that was going on. I lived that. It'll
be interesting to see the reasoning behind it behind the scenes, like the real reasoning now.
They're also going to do something on New Jack's career. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
David Schultz slapping ABC reporter John Stossel.
Really? That wasn't what I saw in the lineup, but huh.
That's according to Variety.com anyway.
Maybe
the death of Nancy Argentino.
Oh no, I did see something about that.
Yeah,
maybe
the then girlfriend of Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
Maybe they didn't post the full lineup on the page that I was on.
Oh yeah, they had to leave some surprises. Also something on the Road Warriors. Owen Hart's death.
Yeah.
And Herb Abrams promoting his version of the UWF.
See, Herb Abrams, I've looked that up and I'm still not finding a lot of.
Well, again, Variety.com, maybe they were trying to be first and not.
No, it was on the lineup. I just don't know who Herb Abrams is. It's.
Oh, okay. You're looking more on the info about it. Got it. Okay. Yeah. And well, we'll save time and avoid the clip here, but JBL announces the newest member of WWE's Hall of Fame class of 2020. That announcement was made on Tuesday's Backstage on FS1. And he made a surprise appearance on the show, and he talked about how honored he was. Some other things, WWE Hall of Famer and pop culture icon Stone Cold Steve Austin, he'll be live on Raw on Monday, March 16th to help the WWE Universe celebrate 316 Day. Clever.
Very nice.
Yeah, they'll also have a marathon of Austin programming, including a new episode of the Broken Skull Sessions with an in-depth interview with Bret the Hitman Hart.
Ooh.
Where they'll discuss their historic rivalry that culminated at WrestleMania 13, one of the greatest matches in WWE history.
Yeah. Can't wait to see that.
Alrighty. And ratings, XFL's continuing to slide, and Week 23 of the Wednesday Night Wars went to AEW. They're up 18-4 with one tie. Yeah, not a fan of those ties. All right, real quick, because
clip-on man myself.
You would be.
Yeah,
all right.
minimal effort.
All right, Elimination Chamber. We're just going picks here because we have not a lot of time. Less than Eric Bischoff in this case. So we've got the 3-on-1 handicap match. Braun Strowman defending the Intercontinental title against Nakamura, Cesaro, and Zayn.
Braun.
I'm agreeing with you on that.
But we don't have time.
Exactly. We'll save the Elimination Chambers for last. The Raw Tag titles, the Street Profits and Rollins and Murphy.
Street Profits.
All right, I'm agreeing with you on that one. Let's see here. Aleister Black and AJ Styles, no DQ.
Styles.
I'm going Black on that.
Aleister Black.
Okay.
This is going to tie into him and Taker at Mania, I feel like.
Gotcha. Andrade and Humberto Carrillo for the U.S. title.
Andrade.
We are in a lot of agreements here. This might be interesting. Well, maybe not. Daniel Bryan against Drew Gulak?
I can't.
The fans, I know.
Yeah, the fans. Probably Danielson or Daniel Bryan. Sorry, I don't know why I just said Dan. You know what? As soon as I saw the match announcement, I was watching his matches with McGinnis. That's probably why. So
old habits die hard.
Yes.
All right,
Yes,
now to
they
the
do.
2 Elimination Chamber matches, or no escape matches in Germany. I don't know. That intrigues me more than it should. All right, the SmackDown tag titles. The Miz and John Morrison defending against The New Day, The Usos, Heavy Machinery, Lucha House Party, and Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode.
One of these things is not like the Miz and Morrison.
I'm with you. I'm thinking, I don't know how, but the champ retains, or champs retain, I should
And
say.
also Kalisto, either all of Lucha House Party and John Morrison are going to do something crazy off the cell or chamber.
You're probably right about that. I'd be hard pressed to disagree.
Hardcore parkour.
And finally, the ladies, saving the best for last. Natalya, Liv Morgan, Shayna Baszler, Asuka, Ruby Riott, and Sarah Logan. They're in an Elimination Chamber match to earn a Raw Women's Championship match at WrestleMania 36.
Baszler.
Wow.
Kind of a no-brainer on this one.
This is probably one of the first times this happened. We agree on every match as far as our picks. I don't know if I like it.
I just don't have it in me anymore, Fearon. I just don't have it in me. I want to hope, but
don't have it in you anymore. Well, hopefully one thing you still have in you, even though it's been a little while, is for us going to
birthdays
with a little bit of a Peter Brady voice crack. All right, 3 + 6 Brucey bonuses. Wanted to save plenty of time for it. Firstly, you'll appreciate this. I'll save that one for last, even though I usually go in chronological order. We'll go in reverse chronological order for this one. On this date in 1976, Ruth Ann DeBona was born. The former host and backstage interviewer from the WWE Afterburn program in 2003 and released by request in June of 2004. She was known then as Rue DeBona and ex-wife of Josh Matthews. Yeah, she turns 44 today. On this date in 1972, Tylene Buck was born. The model, former pro wrestler, valet, and adult film star, known for her time in WCW from 1991 to 2001, known as Major Guns.
How did I know it was going to be Major Guns?
Yeah, of course. It turns 48
I can only imagine.
Today. And on this date in 1963, you'll recognize this name. Bruce Pritchard was born. Yes, the pro wrestling booker, commentator, manager, producer, executive director of SmackDown, and known back as his time as Brother Love.
I love you.
And the original manager of The Undertaker, he turns 57. Now to the Brucey bonuses, things outside of the world of wrestling. Ted's going to love some of these. On this date in 1934, Willard Herman Scott Jr. was born. The TV personality known back in the 60s for playing Ronald McDonald, and in the 80s through 2015 was the weatherman and contributor to the NBC Today show. He turns 86 today. On this date in 1942, Michael Eisner was born, the former CEO of the Walt Disney Company for 21 years, revitalizing him back in the 80s and 90s. He turns 78 today. On this date in 1950, Franco Harris was born. Yes, the Hall of Fame NFL running back, winning 4 Super Bowls with the Pittsburgh Steelers, known for making the catch in the Immaculate Reception from the 1972 playoff game with the Raiders. He turned 70 today. And on this date in 1952, Lynn Curtis Swan was born, the NFL Hall of Fame wide receiver who won 4 Super Bowls with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and also was a brief host of the game show To Tell the Truth back in 1990-91, and was a former U.S. President's Council on Physical Fitness and Sports. He turned 68 today. Twitch, this one's in your wheelhouse. On this date in 1956, Brian Lee Cranston was born. The Emmy Award-winning actor, producer, director, screenwriter known as Dr. Tim Whatley in Seinfeld, Hal from Malcolm in the Middle, and most notably...
Seinfeld?
Yes. Also, Walter White from Breaking Bad.
I am the danger.
He turned 64 today.
I am 64 years old.
And this is a danger that's near and dear to my heart. This date in 1960, Joseph Chris Carter was born. The Major League Baseball outfielder, best known for his time with the Toronto Blue Jays, hitting the walk-off home run in Game 6 of the '93 World Series, giving the Blue Jays their second consecutive championship, defeating the Philadelphia Phillies, and breaking my 12-year-old heart. I'm not bitter or anything. He turned 60 today. Yeah, exactly. That's going to do it for us. Play us out, Nutsy.
1 o'clock and all's well.
Serving you better than ever before. This is 1490 WB.